erosion to carve this little path so conveniently. Maybe a river ran through this part, and then when it dried up, the erosion took place. So I'm going to join this rancher. This part focuses on the cattle rustlers, the Bollard twins gang, if you will. The two Italian brothers I've heard who created the Bollards gang, they just called the Bollards gang, essentially, they just made that name up to make, the name Cattle Rustlers look a little bit more awesome, but Bollard Twins gang. So the reason why I said that all of this reign of terror may come to an end is because, as far as I know, the creators of the Bollard Twins, the original creators, may have died because, yes, I actually did look up the Bollard Twins gang in the Red Dead Wiki page, and I did actually look up some info on the Bollard Twins gang. Yeah, I looked up information on a Red Dead Wiki. What kind of a nerd? What kind of a nerd am I? So anyway, as far as I know, the Bollard Twins gangs, the original leaders, they may have already died. So I do believe that there is a new leader in this basin, and we are going to bring that leader to justice, so that the Bollard Twins gang will never rustle from anyone else, and that the reign of terror will be brought to an end. The reign of terror will be brought down as soon as I get to the main part of the basin. So. Bam! Another headshot. Let's see, I'm gonna get this guy. Where's his body? Oh, there we go. I think I shot him in the rib. Oh, and I love this. I love the opportunity to get this. Dang it, that didn't work. Okay, pull out my Mauser pistol. 3 bullets right in the skull. And I always love this. Is he gonna fall down? Ah, yeah, there we go. Fall down like 30 friggin' feet. And do you notice that he actually made a grunt when he touched the ground? He got shot 3 times in the friggin' head, and at the same time he's able to make a grunt when he collapses on the ground. So this is the area where I believe the leader of the Bollard Twins gang is. His name is Kyle McGinty, and I want to take him alive so that I can confront him by myself and myself only. There he is, but I want to take him alive, and that's why I'm getting rid of these guys first, and that's also why get my medicine, and that's also why I'm just running out in this basin alone, and it looks like I'm just begging for these people to shoot me, so I'm gonna lasso him. Ah, dang, he has a sawn-off shotgun. Okay, get him. No, I'm getting shot, I'm gonna die. Oh, can I still lasso him when I use my medicine? Ah, great. Just fantastic. He's down. There's this glitch that is in the game still, I think it's since, I don't know, April, in which if you lasso somebody, but if you let go of the lasso when they're not hogtied, so I'm just gonna kill him. Anyway, when you lasso a person, but if you don't hogtie them and let go of the lasso, then they're just going to stay on the ground, and they're going to stay on the ground perfectly still. It's almost as if the people are dead, but the game doesn't recognize them as dead bodies. So, you lasso somebody, and if you let go of the lasso button, they're just going to be on the ground all day, and you could do absolutely nothing. So you have to make sure you want to hogtie people for such missions as bounties or other missions to make sure that you don't have to kill him, like in that mission where you have to get Captain DeSanta. What if you do not hogtie Captain DeSanta and let go of the lasso by accident? You're going to have to kill Captain DeSanta just to restart the mission from the last checkpoint. And it can't be fixed because PlayStation Network is still down. So I'm just clearing out the way for this person, and yep, Pike's Basin is complete, and after that whole ordeal, after you did all the gang hideouts, it should say U.S. Marshal outfit menu updated, and then U.S. Marshal outfit menu completed. So yeah, you should get the U.S. Marshal outfit. Congratulations. And it's still night, so I definitely knew that it did not take exactly 24 hours. So I'm gonna head over to Solomon's Folly. Yes, I am even going to do the gang hideout that is exclusive only for PlayStation 3 and is not needed for the U.S. Marshal outfit. So, yeah, and I'm going to do that before 9 o'clock, so doing all of the gang hideout missions, even the one that isn't necessary. So I'm going to ride by McFarlane's Ranch. The McFarlanes are good people. Trust me, if you play the game, there's some of the they're some of the most pure-hearted, kind, and generous people you will ever see in a Wild Western video game. So I'm going through Henniganstead. Let's see. Yeah. I also, I don't know if this is the case or not, but do the clouds above your head in the game, do they ever move? Like, there are some things in this game, like, don't get me wrong, this game is really realistic. Like, every human talks, behaves, and acts like a human. The horses run and jump like real horses. The terrain looks like actual Wild Western terrain, but look in the sky, the clouds don't even move, and this is the Wild West, and in the Wild West, what I do know, I'm not so much an expert in how terrain works, but I know that in an area like this, considering the fact that there's deserts, there's sandstorms, so a desert or a ranch area like this would not be short on wind, so don't you think the clouds above your head would move? I mean, it's condensed water vapor. It would, I doubt that clouds would have trouble actually moving. So anyway, away from that. Also, there are a few things in this game that I think should be made more realistic in the next Wild Western game. Maybe if you have the opportunity to do this in LA Noire, which came out yesterday, so I know by now I'm going to be begging not to go to bed and trying to stay up until midnight playing the game, so good luck trying to get me away from my television set every night. So anyway, some things I find not really realistic about this game is if your horse or if a person or any type of animal is on a train tracks by itself, if you're not on a horse or something like that, if the animal or person gets hit by a train and it's all by itself, it's just gonna get this little canned animation in which it just explodes into a little cloud of blood with oh, I ran over a coyote. Anyway, they're just, the body of the animal or human is just going to blow up into this cloud of blood with chunks of flesh all over the place, and I don't think that would really happen in real life. Also, I don't like the bear dynamics a lot in this game. Like, if you actually seen wild bears, yeah, the bears in this game are aggressive. They won't even look at you or see if you're harmful or harmless. They'll just charge at you like the grizzlies aren't really thinking, and I know that grizzlies are not completely, you know, paranoid, crazy animals, so grizzlies aren't always gonna come after you trying to attack and then kill you. Some grizzlies will just walk by humans if humans just leave them alone. So Rockstar, if you're gonna make a sequel to Red Dead Redemption, make a bear actually act like a bear. And Stan Birdman also pointed this out. Also put some animation with bears against a stream or a river, if there is a river where there's bears, and show them catching some salmon and eating the salmon. I mean, if you want to hunt bears in this game, look across a river, of course. That's where bears are going to be, but not in this game, apparently. But now it seems that I'm trashing this game, and I should definitely not trash this game because this game is the best free-roaming game ever because of its urban environment, and I actually dedicated an entire YouTube series with gameplay and commentary to it, so I don't want to criticize it for all that crap. So I'm heading over, and here I am in Solomon's Folly, PlayStation 3 exclusive. Just want to remind you all, I know I've said this a lot, but for all of you Xbox 360 people out there, you will not be able to play this game. So the basis is that Walton's gang stole a safe from the Armadillo Bank, and they hid it in this abandoned farm, it appears, and you've got to join forces with the sheriff, and you got to get it back. So headshot, triple kill. Plus 150. I'm going to use my son-off shotgun for once. Shotguns are pretty much one-shot kills if you're at medium to close range. Well, really close range. If you're at medium range, it's going to take it's probably going to take 2 to 3 hits. Medium range is where a repeater or pistol comes in handy. So oh no, there's actually this glitch that after you get on the wagon where oh, good. He's getting on his Cleveland Bay. There's usually this glitch that after you get on the wagon, the sheriff is going to ride back to town and the sheriff will ride back to town, but sometimes, I'm not kidding here, the sheriff is actually going to steal your horse. So if you're riding a Kentucky Saddler, for example, and after you finish the gang hideout, and if you get on the wagon, the sheriff is actually going to steal your Kentucky Saddler. I thought this was the law. Then why is a sheriff friggin' stealing your horse? So I called my war horse because of that, and he's following me. I also want to see if I can protect my horse from getting killed by Walton's gang. I failed the old innocent woman and the poor farmer, so I don't want to fail Nightmare. So here are a bunch of these morons. God, this has happened a million times. Shouldn't they just give up? Shouldn't Walton's gang realize that the members of their gang chasing me on their horses and trying to shoot me down, if it's never worked in the past, why would it work all of a sudden now? There's some more. Where do they keep coming from? I know it's supposed to be an ambush, but it's like there's so many of these people, and it's like they materialize out of nowhere, so where do they all keep coming from? So if you have a good, well-rounded weapon, it's pretty easy here. Also, this is the same gang hideout I showed you in the Christmas special, and I did steal the safe in the Christmas special in order to show you what it's like to go around is that Armadillo? No, it's Critchley's Ranch. So anyway, I did show you all footage of me actually robbing the Solomon's Folly Bank for the first time, but this time I'm gonna bring it back because I am the marshal. Yeah, anyway. Actually, speak of the marshals, you know, the whole eyes of the ranger are upon you. In the past, I said that there are all these people that are more advanced than Chuck Norris. Nobody says advanced. Say awesome. And I could say the BA word if you know what I'm meaning, but, you know, I don't want to make this video too risque. So, anyway, I could create an entire list of people I believe that are more awesome than Chuck Norris. Bruce Lee, Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, Captain Price, Sergeant Reznov, even if they're not real, Godzilla, pretty much every monster in the Godzilla series, John Marston, Marshall A. Johnson, Bonnie McFarlane, a lot of the good characters in this game. You know, I can think of like nearly an entire book about the people who I think are more awesome than Chuck Norris. Like people like Bruce Lee and Clint Eastwood are the people who deserve to have all of those nonsensical facts written about them. Not those facts, those little jokes. Ah, dang it, another animal ran over. I think that's the third time in this video. So yeah, anyway, but get out of the way, Bambi. Move. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I can create an entire novel of the people I think are more awesome than Chuck Norris and should have all those jokes written about them. But I have to admit, though, the jokes are pretty funny, Chuck Norris, and as I said before, his movies look so over-the-top and cheesy, and that's why I think I may like them. So, yeah, I delivered the bank. There's usually, though, a banker here that usually thanks me for me delivering the safe back to the bank, but it's nighttime and the bank doors are locked, so maybe he's probably not there. So, yeah, I completed all of the gang hideouts, and it's only about, let's see, 3 o'clock, no, it's only about 11 o'clock at night, it's only 11 o'clock at night, so, I completed all of the gang hideouts. Uh-oh. Get off of Blondie there. Let's see. There we go. Oh, right in the neck. Oh, no, did I start a fight? So, well, she's okay, so, let's see here. I'm gonna move on to doing a bounty now to make sure that there are no more local criminals in the area. So, yeah, I bet you it's gonna be Jail Chestnut again because it's always the same bounty. Ah, great. It looks like the fact that I am the new Armadillo Marshal has made me some enemies. Here's this miner, I believe, this treasure hunter who is shooting at me for, maybe he just saw how I raided Gaptooth Breach and killed all his partners, so he's shooting at me, so I'm gonna bring him into my office. Yeah, I'm gonna pick him up, and also here are some of my partners helping, trying to help me. Looks like that they made sure that I can escort this treasure hunter safely to my office. Gonna run over to the marshal's office. Yeah, He's probably going to end up doing, I don't know, 5 to 10 for shooting at the Marshal of Armadillo. So there's another one of my partners, making sure that I am safely escorting him to